Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to start off this video by saying a happy new year to everyone. And I know that for many of us the new year entails a lot of goal settings. So if one of your goals this year is to grow your hair longer, then I have some tips for you, so let's get into it. I want to start off by saying that the key to hair growth is actually hair retention, meaning that you want to prevent breakage. Because honestly, your hair always grows, it never stops growing. So you'll notice that most of these tips are actually centered around that hair retention. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is washing your hair, and I want to ask, how often do you actually wash your hair? Washing your hair is very important because when you have product buildup, dirt and oil on your scalp, it can actually clog your hair follicles and it can prevent your hair from growing new strands. And then also when you have product buildup on the strands of your hair, it can cause your hair to get dry and brittle, which will cause more breakage and prevent length retention. So washing your hair is very important. I don't know where you are in the world, but there is this superstition. Well, I'm from Jamaica, so we have this superstition that dirt makes your hair grow. And I want to say that that is very wrong. Having clean hair definitely helps your hair to grow. I don't know where that superstition came from or where that saying came from, but if you're Jamaican, you know, I know you've heard it somewhere before, even growing up, that dirt grows your hair, and that is not true. So the second tip is moisturization. Curly hair actually tends to be naturally more dry, so that makes it prone to breakage if it's not well moisturized. There are actually methods to moisturization, meaning how you layer the product on top of your hair. So there's the LCO method and there's the LOC method. Personally, I use the LCO method, which would mean liquid, cream, and oil. So first you go in with the liquid. You can use a liquid-based leave-in conditioner or water. The C would be for cream, meaning the cream-based leave-in conditioner of your choice. And then O for oil, which oil works as a sealant, so it would work to seal in those products that you have applied to your hair for moisturization. So the third thing that we're going to talk about is sleeping with a satin bonnet or pillowcase. So I know that we love our cotton sheets, but then remember that cotton is good for absorption. So as you sleep, the cotton can absorb all the moisture from your hair, which will cause your hair to get dry. And when it gets dry, what happens? Exactly, breakage. And another thing is a satin pillowcase or bonnet, it prevents friction. And imagine your hair being dry and then it's being rubbed against the cotton sheet or pillowcase as you sleep, then that's going to lead to friction, and friction can cause breakage. So we definitely want to make sure that we're protecting our hair by using a satin pillowcase or sleeping in a satin bonnet. The fourth thing that we're going to talk about is deep conditioner. I love deep conditioner because it has a lot of benefits. First and foremost, it makes your hair stronger by providing deep and intense moisturization to your hair and your scalp. This can, of course, prevent breakage by making your scalp less flaky, and then it can also repair damaged or weak strands. Another benefit of deep conditioner is it helps with the elasticity of your hair, meaning it helps your hair to stretch without snapping, which comes in handy when styling your hair and detangling your hair. That way it doesn't break when you're trying to do that. The fifth tip that I have for you is regarding dealing with split ends. First and foremost, it has actually come to my attention that some people think split ends aren't real. And this was actually told to me by a friend of mine, sorry for outing you, that was told by her hairstylist actually that split ends aren't real. And I want to tell you that that is very incorrect. Split ends are definitely real. In fact, I went through my whole head just to prove to you that split ends are real, because I found one so I could take a picture for you, which I will insert somewhere. My tip for you in regards to how to actually deal with split ends is to just cut them off. I know that we want to retain our hair, we don't want to cut it, we want to retain that length, but I can assure you that your hair will grow back, and cutting it just makes the whole thing easier, because in my opinion, actually, my personal opinion, it makes the whole thing easier because split ends, it can split all the way to the root of your hair. So to me, it just makes sense to cut it off. There are lots of research that say that split ends can be repaired. Personally, I can't attest to it. I just think it's best to cut them off. I know that in the title of the video it says 5 tips, but I actually have a bonus tip for you. So if it is that you've made it this far into the video, please comment bonus tip below just so I can know, because I'm nosy. So I actually want to talk about hair manipulation. So from my personal experience, I've noticed the most growth in my hair the less I've manipulated it, and this involves doing protective styling. Personally, I'm a protective style girly. I've become one in the last year, and that's when I've seen the most growth in my hair. I know that that's not something that's applicable to everyone. People like to style their hairs, but I'm just telling you that in my personal experience, if you want to do protective styling for at least 3 months and see what the results look like, then that's what I'd recommend, because I've done it. I've actually don't know how to style my hair anymore because I've been doing protective styling so much. When it comes to protective styling, there are different ways that you can approach it. You can have your hair in braids, in twists, cornrows, whatever it is that works for you. So that's actually my bonus tip, or my 6th tip for you. That's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any additional tips, please leave it in the comments. I'm sure whomever is reading it would be very grateful. And I also want to thank you so much for watching this video. Also, if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed, why not? I'm truly puzzled. Anyways, please go ahead and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.